home of the Bills since way back in 1973. There's a look at Bills Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, New York.
A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up
with the Washington football team. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, Prescott.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Singletary. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Prescott. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Hey, 91.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick.
Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Caught on the right side by Adams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On third and long, it's Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big gain there for the Bills.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Bud Dupree. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And that's complete to Adams. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Mixon will try the right side. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now Kaepernick. The left side throw complete to Adams.
And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Mixon.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 9.
Prescott now. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Prescott from the gun. That is taken in by Hurst. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here's Smith to return it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Zach Ertz has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw is Kaepernick. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, it's Kaepernick. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Zach Ertz with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott.
This is Anderson over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. To the air again, Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It got his man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this one complete to Will Fuller. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Kaepernick now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Kaepernick. He hits Adams complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. It's Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Singletary. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete there to Smith. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it. Not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And this one complete to Smith.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott. Cooks on the quick slant. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He will push his way down to about the 14. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL,
That's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break.